I have another sign here that Joe Biden's campaign is listing badly and could sink altogether. It came from the Cook Political Report just yesterday. Cook Political, a left-wing organization that favors the Democrats. And that means what they are saying now is even more damning. It moves 6 states, 5 states and one district in Nebraska, toward Donald Trump and away from Joe Biden. All happened yesterday. Arizona went from toss-up to leans Republican. Georgia from toss-up to leans Republican. These are things I've been telling you. Georgia's not a toss-up state. It's not a swing state. Neither is North Carolina. Nevada went from toss-up to leans Republican. Minnesota went from likely Democrat to leans Democrat. New Hampshire went from likely Democrat to leans Democrat. And in the state of Nebraska, the 2nd congressional district, that's one of the 2 states where they're split up, it went also Democrat to leans Democrat from likely Democrat. So there you have it. And with the president attending NATO meetings and refusing to step aside, it leaves Democrats in a tough spot. Look, you've got all these races shifting. Minnesota, Virginia, New Mexico is in play. New Mexico, believe it or not, is in play now. And if Donald Trump picks these places up, he'll have 345 electoral votes and counting. So Democrats are in a tough spot, to say the least. Do they stick with Joe or jump ship? So far, 7 House Democrats have bailed. And one Senator, Michael Bennet of Colorado, says he can't win, but he hasn't exactly bailed completely. Makes me ask plenty of questions. Remember that old Hillary Clinton campaign ad asking you, who do you want answering the phone if there's an emergency at 3 in the morning? Well, that question has come to the forefront again, and it should. This is an emergency for this country. We're all at risk with no leadership in the White House right now. We are at risk as a nation. And the media is finally asking the questions that need to be asked at this critical juncture in American history. What is the plan if we're attacked, for example? And it's after Joe's bedtime. Peter Ducey from Fox News got down to it. Here's what he asked.
Well, he also said he's sharpest before 8 p.m. So, say that the Pentagon at some point picks up an incoming nuke. It's 11 p.m. Who do you call? The First Lady?
He has a team that lets him know of any news that is pertinent and important to the American people. He has someone, or that is decided obviously with his National Security Council, on who gets to tell him that news.
He has a team. So who is running the White House? Who is running this country? He has a team, says Karine. Not Joe Biden. He has a team for that. And despite the failing polls and answers like that, and the American people, more than 70% of the American people saying Biden should not run for president, running he is. And that means some in his circle and in Congress have no choice but to say they are riding with Biden. I mean, what else are you going to say at this point? You've got a guy who cannot continue, and yet he's continuing. Janet Yellen continues to claim Joe Biden has shown no decline in his mental abilities. Of course, based on her performance, it's clear she needs a cognitive test. I mean, how would she even know if Joe's competent or not, considering she's not? Anyhow, here she is.
As a cabinet secretary, have you noticed any mental or cognitive decline in any of these meetings?
The president is extremely effective in the meetings that I've been in with him. That includes many international meetings that are multi-hour, like his meetings with President Xi. I've met with him, with other leaders who are in.
So are you testifying?
Enough. Janet, can you come over? Can we come over and check your pulse? Is that? Can we just? Chuck Schumer, meantime, continues to defend Joe Biden and says he's on board with Joe Biden. He's all in. I think, like Chuck Schumer is scheming behind the scenes. He's always scheming behind the scenes. But out front, here's what he says.
Are you confident that President Biden has what it takes to win in November and serve the next 4 years?
As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
Senator
yes.
Schumer, do you expect, based on the differences of opinion in the Democratic Party about the president, his ability to serve for 4 years, that there might be a challenge or a convention? And if there is there the ability to throw out the virtual nomination?
As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
Senator Murray, who just left, made a statement last night saying that she believes that Biden needs to do more to demonstrate that he's strong enough to defeat Donald Trump, articulate a vision, and must seriously consider the best way to preserve his legacy.
Let me guess.
Do you agree with her sentiment?
As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
Yeah, he's with Joe until he's not. So Joe is here to stay at least a bit longer, right? And I guess we're going to see more of Joe Biden. Yeah, apparently they say that he's going to be out there more. He was at NATO, looked a little bit slow and confused there as always. But Karine says he can handle it. Listen.
I think him being out there and Americans seeing him directly, being able to touch him and ask him questions and see him face to face, I think that matters. And so, look, we're going to continue to move forward and do what we have to do.
Yeah, do what we have to do. And today I say pray for this nation. We don't have a president. We don't have a president today. We have people. He has a team. We didn't elect a team. We don't elect teams. We elect presidents. And we'll do that again in November. Trust me on that. Folks, America is the first nation in history founded on the idea of God-given natural rights, the first country dedicated to the principles of liberty and limited government. That's why my friends at Hillsdale College want you to join them in celebrating America's founding on the 4th of July. They've celebrated a special 4th of July video and created just for you. I think you'll be inspired by this. It's still the 4th of July season. I want you to enjoy this. Gruber4Hillsdale.com. See Hillsdale's video for free. The video portrays Thomas Jefferson reflecting on the Declaration of Independence in one of those final letters he wrote, written prior to his death on the 50th anniversary of the 4th of July. He died July 4th, 1826, as did John Adams, same day. It will remind us and remind our children and our fellow citizens about the blessings of liberty and the need to preserve them. Visit Gruber4Hillsdale.com. Watch this great video. You're going to love this. Trust me. It's something you can do. And you get a free commemorative copy of the Declaration of Independence from my friends at Hillsdale. Gruber4Hillsdale.com. It's a limited time offer. Gruber4Hillsdale.com. Watch the video. Free Declaration of Independence just for you. Gruber4Hillsdale.com.